All right, hey everybody. Welcome to a late episode of the Pantheon of Apollo. It's a Sunday. Just had some stuff going on yesterday. My wife's starting work, so Saturdays might not be our usual day anymore. No problem though. We will make it through. So, what are we doing today? Charlie is coming along nicely. I've worked on him a little bit, but it's a lot of tedious just nonsense. I don't want to release the same videos every day. What I'm going to do for Charlie is I am going to start a speed sculpt or maybe um, not what am I trying to say here? Speed modeling, like 10 minutes. Everybody I've heard in the industry keeps talking about how. Okay, so everybody that I've seen on the internet keeps talking about how doing speed sculpts and speed modeling can really help you with your skill level. So I thought about it and I thought about it and I was like, well, why not try it? So what we're going to do for today is we're just going to play around with some textures and some nodes. And we're going to come up with this little animation that you've seen at the beginning of this video, actually, my little new intro, and I'm going to show you how we did it and what went into it. And I'm going to make it as quick as possible. It's a lot of shader editor, so node editor. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. It could definitely uh, be a little worse. So to start off with, you're going to delete everything in the startup screen. You're going to hit Shift A and enter text. We're going to tab into edit mode and you can type in whatever you want. I'm just using Apollo. Don't hit enter. Then we're going to tab back out. Scale it up a little bit. All right, over here on the right, you're going to change your alignment to center, center. You're going to change geometry, and you're going to want to extrude it to about 0.2. Ooh, that's too much. 0.02. That's what I meant to say, 0.02. Well, that's not enough. I don't like that. And we'll just go somewhere in there. I like that. But for the bevel depth, 0.02. There. That's what I meant to do. So the bevel depth's 0.02. That's where I like it. You can put it wherever you want. I'm going to hit 7, Shift A, and we're going to add a curve now. Add a circle. Now we're going to scale that circle up till it fits almost everything. A little bit right there. So it fits just about everything. And then we're going to Shift add a light. I can never remember which one's the best. But what we're going to do with that light is we are going to constrain it. So go to this little thing right here. You'll see it's usually about the third one up on the list. It's right above the light tab. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit that and we're going to add object constraint and we're going to follow a path. All right, now this is our path. I can't remember where. Oh, right here. So this right here, and you can put light path or whatever to help stay organized, if it helps you stay organized. Then go back here to your light, go back to your constraints, your target, and hit the, well, I don't know how to pronounce that, Bezier circle. And then you're going to hit follow curve and curve radius uh, and then what you're going to do is go to offset 0 and you're going to, oops, let's pull this animation up real quick. We need this up here and set this to about 120. Move that over. 0. Yep, so we want that at 0. Insert keyframe. Now you insert keyframe by right-clicking it. All right, so now go down here to 120 and hit, well, no, go to 60 first. I think 60 works better, and then hit 50. So it's going to go over there, and then you're going to insert keyframe, and then 100. It's going to link it back over, or jump it back over here. Insert keyframe. Wait a minute, something didn't happen right here, did it? Yep, all right, so we have to go back. All right, so 0, 0. All right, so let's go 0, insert keyframe, and then go to 60. Wait, nope, 60. We want 60. That's halfway. And then hit 50. Then insert keyframe, and then go to 120 and hit 100. And then again, insert that keyframe. So now if we did it right, it should go all the way around in a nice, smooth, quick circle. If you want, you can go, we're gonna have to change our render settings. If you want ambient occlusion turned on, your bloom turned on, screen space reflections turned on, and then volumetrics lighting I always turn on. So let's see what that looks like for us in our rendered. See, you're seeing it. If you want to see it a little bit more, what we're gonna do is change this to there, and then change that up. Let's change that to 100,000. There. See there, now you're getting it. See, you're seeing it now, and you can play with that. You can turn it down. 100, 1,000, 100,000. You could turn it down too. That looks great for what we're doing. You can do 2 lights. I did find that 2 lights helped. The way you want to do 2 lights is pretty straightforward. You're gonna do Shift A, add light, point light, and then you're just going to repeat the process. Add constraint, follow path, circle, follow curve. But for this, for the start position over at 0, you want to start with 50. And then, of course, insert your keyframe, go to 60, go to 0, insert keyframe, and then, of course, go back to 50 and hit 120. And, of course, insert your keyframe. So now you'll have that. Oh, whoa, it didn't work. All right, so let's go to 120, say 50, insert keyframe. So if it worked this time, no. Oh, I see. Okay. I forgotted something. You want this to end at -50. And then insert keyframe. All right, something's not right here. Let's pull this up. Let's go to our animator and see what we have. All right, so we can delete that keyframe. All right, so, and we can get rid of this too. We can go, whoops, right there. Then we're gonna drag this up a little bit, give us a little bit more room. So we got 120 frames. This is the camera we're working with. Let's see what this one's doing. So yeah, this one's doing everything it needs to do, but this one's the one that's having problems. So let's go to our constraints. Let's start it at 50. All right, before we do that, let's go here, go 0. So it already has the constraint set at 50. So let's go to 60 and try to type in 0. Well, you know what? Let's try -0 and see what happens. All right, so 0. And then we're going to insert the keyframe here. So now, what do we have? So it goes around that way, which is fine. And then it stays there. So at right about 120, we are going to go -50. And we're going to go ahead and insert a keyframe there. So let's see what we'd have now. And as you can see, it's nice and smooth. Goes all the way around. So let's go to the rendered settings. Okay, our light is still really weak, but that's because according to the other light, whoops, come on. Whoops. Oh, that's because I'm in shading. All right, so what did I undo? Because I pushed Z a bunch of times. Nope, that looks good. All right, so you can see this one's at what, 100,000. So let's put that one up here at about 100. 1, 2, 3. And then let's give it a nice purple pretty light. So now you're getting some of that effect. All right, now the real fun begins. Let's hit Control Save. Testing. There, I named it something just really unique that I knew what it was. So that's what we got for here. The next step, what we need to do is set up our shading. So what we're going to do is come here to the shading setup. I don't want that. I need this to come over here. This to come over here. And this to come over here. Okay, so new. Let's just come here and hit that, just so it's not annoying us. All right, and I need to have a little bit more room on my shading tab than here. All right, so this is where I'm going to have a ton of fun because I always forget which nodes I've been using and what goes to where. So we're going to have some fun with it and see if I can't remember everything all at the same time. So I got some trusty notes next to me to help me remember. So what we're going to do first is we're going to move this baby over here, and we are going to add a mix shade. So mix shader, and put that right there. And then we are going to Shift A and search for emission shader. And emission shader can go, oops, it can go anywhere, but for the sake of staying organized, I'll try to just put it right here. So there's the emission shader, and the emission shader you can change different colors too, and you can strengthen up your emission. You know, yeah, it'll take some time to play with it. You really do want to play with it. Okay, so now under the emissions, I think I want to put a color ramp. So what I want to do is move this up a little ways and move this down here because there's more coming in. Shift A, search, COL, and we're going to put in this color ramp right here. And we're going to go ahead and hit that right to the color. And we need image texture right here. And then we're going to plug that down right into here. All right, so go to Open and Blender and Logo 2.2. Okay, that works. Linear. All right, yeah, I think we leave all that stuff there. But after that, we come over here and we add a mapping node. And that should attach right here to the vectors. And boom. All right. Next, I think we need an RGB mixed shader. RGB. Mixed RGB right there. And we're gonna go ahead and try to plug this right into there. Okay. Alright, so after that, I know this is a long process, but guys, I'm telling you, we ain't even getting really started yet. Okay, so over here, V. I don't know how to pronounce that texture. And we're going to put that right here into the mixed and color 1. And then we're going to have a texture coordinate. Whoops. Here. EX texture coordinate node. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Here. TEXT texture coordinate node right here. And then we're going to go ahead and hook that right here. And right here, I believe. I think that's how it's supposed to be done. Let's hit Control Save. Okay, so this is just one part of it. Next thing we need what should we go through next? Color ramp. So we need a color ramp, so let's do that. CO color ramp right here into the roughness. And then also needs to connect. All right, so let's all right, so we need a bump map. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that first. We need a bump into the normal right here. And then we need one of those shaders that I can't pronounce again. But if I type in V, it's always right here. We want the bump or the texture connected to the height, not the normal. And then the normal over here. Okay, so that's what I was doing wrong. And then, what's this? Okay, so we need another color ramp. COLR. Color ramp. And this color ramp is going to go... Oh, wait, no. We already added this one. Okay. Oh. Delete. So then this one comes down to... the color. So here. Like this, right? Yep, that's right. All right, so now over here, we need Shift A, mapping. This, I know, this is a lot of complicated stuff. And once I start playing with them, you'll start seeing what they do. And then a texture coordinate. And then we're going to go ahead and put the object, the object down here into this vector. All right, so we have that. I think we have our completed map. And I think it's a little bit more organized than my last one. So let's start adding colors. So first of all, let's do this. And let's darken that up quite a bit. All right, and then if we start playing with all these, let's do this one to spline, B-spline I think it's called. And then let's see what happens when we start playing with them. You're going to start seeing results right up here. So let's come over here to cells. And then let's the distance change to this one. I can't pretend to pronounce that. So you're starting to see what's happening over here. And you can always change everything. So Zero those out. I'm just seeing what the different stuff does. All right, so the cool trick with this is, first of all, let's go back to layout mode. Let's go to our world settings. Let's change this down to all the way black. That's the world settings, right? Yep, that's the world settings. All right, so now let's go to rendered. See, all right, now look at that. That's what we got so far. And I think that's pretty cool, pretty awesome. Let's go play with this a little bit. Oh, that's really cool. Where's that maroon color coming from? I don't like that. That needs to be... Let's try that. There we go. That's looking real nice. All right. Let's make sure we're at 1. We need to make sure we're at 0. Shading. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we've played with that. We've played with that. Let's do that again. Crackle right here. I like that. Cells here. That's pretty. And you can play with stuff and make it as pretty as you want. But what I'm going to teach you is watch this. So that, insert keyframe. Wait, no, let's do. Do I really? Let's play with this and see if we can't get some results out of this. And right now we're just tweaking these. Try to get it where you want it. And then let's see. No, because you can't see anything out of that, so that's got to come back. Let's do that. That usually works. That's not doing a whole lot. What's that connected to? Emissions shader. All right, so let's see. Place keyframe. All right, so let's go to 120. Go back to shader. Insert keyframe. So now and you'll see that we're getting that movement there, but it's not right. I don't like it. It's not happening the way I really want it to. So let's play with some stuff real quick. I gotta remember how to get my timeline up over here. So let's play with stuff a little bit. Let's put this at 18. Let's put this at 26. Let's put that at 18. Let's put that at 26. And then let's do this and see if it helps. Oh, that's nice. All right, so let's try that. Oh, I like that. We could turn that metallic down a little bit, maybe. Maybe that'll help. All right, let's see what that did to it. Yeah, I think that's turning out pretty nice. So now the final step, the last thing we're going to talk about is putting in a camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop it. We're going to make sure it's back at 0. We can go to solid mode for this. We can turn our overlays back on. And then, whoops. So what we're going to do, hit 7, just because. Why not? We're going to hit A. And insert a curve, just like we did last time, circle. But then I'm going to rotate it along the Y. And like that. And then scale way up. None of this. Okay, so what you want to do is add, I forgot a whole freaking you want to add an empty cube. And then you want to constrain the cube to this circle right here. And then, let's try to do that again. We're going to go to add constraint, child of empty. So that's exactly what happened here. So now that that's done, okay, so now that that's done, add constraint, track 2, and text. So this is where, there. So now if I grab this, this should always stay here. So 0, 0, insert keyframe. 50, insert keyframe, and then -1. Dang it. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. All right. I need to move the keyframes first. So 0. All right, so follow curve, insert keyframe halfway. Let's do 50. Insert keyframe and then -100. Whoops, and then come over here. -100. Insert keyframe. So let's see what happens. All right. All right, so let's delete. All right, stop. Let's delete these keyframes. 0. All right, go here. All right, so insert keyframe. And then let's do 60. Let's do -50. Insert keyframe. And then 120. And then do -100. Insert keyframe. So now let's see what we got. All right, let's see what it looks like rendered. Whoops. And then we switch to the camera mode. And then this is where we'll get our cinematic approach. Now that's not quite right for me. So what I'm going to do is switch out of the camera, select the circle, hit 0 again, and then scale it up until I can see everything. Scale up a little bit more. All right, next thing we want to do is we can go back to solid mode. We can hit normal. Let's go to 0. All right, so now so from right here, we can grab this. let's try something here. I'm going to try to come over here. Let's go solid mode. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I want to come out here, rotate, rotate X, Alt R, there. Now grab Z. Now see what that does. Nope. All right, so scale a little bit in. Grab Z. So let's see what this looks like rendered. Scale up just a little. Grab Z. Scale down. And there we have it. So that's what I'm gonna hit Control Save, and that's what we're gonna have for our finished product. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna edit this down. I'm gonna try to keep it pretty short, but you know. Now, if you play with those shade nodes that I was doing earlier, just a minute ago, you can actually get that animation in the center a lot better. You can see my actual one, not the one that not this one, but the blue one at the beginning of mine. Here, I'll show you. Open this one. And you can see this is the node setup that I decided on for this. And you can see how this one turned out a little. I think this one turned out pretty good. I like this one. And then this is actually saying Apollo on the inside of that. And you can go through and touch it up and make it look a lot better. But I liked how it turned out. So that's what we got. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you guys for the continued support. We'll be moving. I got word I should be able to buy this house on the 22nd. So I might go quiet for a little while, but it won't be a whole long time. Hopefully by the time I come back, I'll have some really cool progress to show with Charlie. Once we move into the house, I might do maybe every couple days I might do a speed model or a speed sculpt. I've been reading a lot about that, and everyone says that it's a really good way to hone your skills. So I might try that. So you can find all the tutorials that I use to put this video together in this little animation that I'm working with that I showed you. You can find that all in the helpful tutorials tab in my playlist section. There's a lot of great stuff there. If you need to find something, you can always message me. I will do my best to help you find what you're looking for. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and the PlayStation Network. Oh yeah, I'm working on getting back into some D&D, so I might do some D&D animated shorts. Oh, that's some exciting news. I'm going to work on saving up some money for an artist tablet, so that way I can do some 2D animation too. Show you guys a little bit about that, because I actually know a little bit about that. Not to try to brag or nothing. I'm not really that big of a deal, but I know a little bit about that. So thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for all the support. Find me on the various Facebooks and Twitters and all that of the world. I'm working on starting an Instagram. But until next time, thank you guys for stopping by. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next weekend.